Hello, I am doing a tutorial on enemy behavior, specifically enemies running away from you as you get close to them. This is in response to a question that someone has asked me in the comments of one of my videos. So I already have all the coding done, just to save on some time, but I am going to explain everything that I did so you can understand it. So first of all, I created this sprite, and you have to make sure that you center the origin because it's going to be rotating on that axis. Next, I put a player in the room, and I put 4 of these. I labeled them as sheep, even though they don't look like sheep. And the player object, all it has is the normal movement that I showed in one of my other videos. So I'm not going to explain that. If you need to know about that, I have a video on that already. The only thing that I did was I put in states for this sheep. So when you create this object, the only code I have is state equals idle. And make sure you put those single quotations around the word, otherwise you'll get an error. And now I have a step event here, which is a little longer, but I have a switch statement, and it's checking what the state is. So when it's created, it starts out as idle. So whenever it's idle, the speed of this object is going to be 0, so it's not going to go anywhere. However, if the distance to the object of the player is less than 20, and you can change that number to whatever distance you want, then the state is going to change to run. And that's it. So now, when you're close to it, it's going to run the case statement of run because you got close to it. Now what that does is the image angle is the point direction of the object. So it's going to be pointing towards the object, which in this case would be object player. So it's going to rotate the angle so it looks towards the player. And if you want, I didn't do this, but I will now, you can add 180 degrees, so now it will look away from the player. And now the direction of movement is going to be what the image angle is right here. And since I added the 180 onto the image angle, you don't need the 180 here. So they're going to just look away, and then the direction that they're going to move is the way that they're facing, away from the player object. And it changes the speed to 4. So that's going to cause the enemy to run away at a speed of 4. Now, if the distance to the object, so the distance between you, the player, and the sheep is greater than 25, then the state's going to go back to idle, and they will stop. They will have a speed of 0 since they're in idle now. And then I added this default state equals idle. You don't need that, but I just put that in so if for some reason you don't have it as idle and you don't have it as running, it's not going to glitch out. It will just set it straight to idle, which shouldn't be a problem, but I just put it in there as habit. So now I'm going to run the game so you can see what it does. The little red square is the player that I am controlling. So you can see they're all just standing there, not doing anything. Now as I get closer to them, they're going to run away. So it's running away from me, and then once it gets to a certain distance away, then it stops running. Like I said, those are just all variables. How far you want it to run away or when it starts to respond is up to you. You can always change the variables. So I know that was a little fast, but to be honest, I don't have a whole lot of time. That's why I haven't put any new videos up in quite a while. But this someone asked me a question, and I thought I would answer it quick. So I hope that made sense to you and it answers your question. Remember to like and subscribe. Like I said, I haven't been making a whole lot of videos recently, but if another question comes up, I'll certainly try to answer it and post another video. Thank you.